I need new music.
This is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast.
Well, welcome everybody once again to a brand new Discover New Music. Very excited. My guest this week talking their brand new album just dropped, Flowers. Jeremy DePoyster of The Devil Wears Prada, all the way from Switzerland. Jeremy, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm cold, but you're probably cold too.
Hey, that's true, right? But I think it's probably a little more picturesque in the Swiss Alps where you're at, not exactly where I'm at. But glad to have you on. Thanks for taking time, even though I know you guys are busy on the road. Of course, supporting this new album, album number 9. So the album's out, Jeremy. You've been living in it. You've been marinating it now in the world in it. I've always wondered, I'm sure it's different for every artist, but for you, now that it's out, does it sound different? Does it feel different? Have songs taken on new meanings now that it's out in the world?
It does. To me, it just goes from files on your computer to a physical piece of something that exists, and the artwork's out there and everything. So yeah, it feels totally different.
I'm sure you guys are enjoying it as well. That final relief of this project you've been working on. In 3 years since we've had any new music from The Devil Wears Prada, and you guys really, you said we got a new album. You released Rituals, I believe, and then it was just kind of boom, here you go. I mean, was that kind of the plan? Just to really hit everyone with it and just get it out there?
Yeah, totally. We had a few other singles come out, but we were basically working every time we were off tour. We were in the studio, and we were on tour a lot. So it just feels like 3 years of just relentlessness that I can breathe a sigh of relief for a minute.
Yeah. Well, we're all excited about it. Again, Flowers, it dropped on the 14th, and you guys got a big tour that is supporting this. And I know there's some exciting stuff in our neck of the woods, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But I want to ask sonically for the band, where does Flowers land, or where did you hope it would land? Is it more Dead Throne, or is it closer to Plagues? Does it mimic Color Decay? Is it not like anything done before by the band?
I would say sonically it's probably closest to Color Decay. I think that was sort of a big shift for us, going from this pure metalcore sound into trying to do something that was a little more up the rock category. Mm-hmm. You just get bored, man. When you've been making records for 20 years, you want to do something new. And then I think with Color Decay doing so well, I think we just wanted to push some of those choruses higher, push some of the weirdness that happened on that record a little weirder. So, but I think it's kind of its own thing. It just sits in its own space.
It's not the AC/DC effect where you know what you're getting each AC/DC album, which is great. That's why we love them. Talking about the weirdness, or maybe stepping out of your comfort zone, and you guys did that with Color Decay, and then kind of continuing that, almost like when Sugar Ray decided to go more fly direction than their early punk roots. Did you feel maybe almost a little guilty for abandoning maybe traditional The Devil Wears Prada sound, or taking some different challenges musically or with the sound? Did it feel like bad, good? What was the feeling?
I don't think so. I think for me, we're such a live oriented band. We're on tour all the time. And so we play stuff from the first song we ever wrote until the last song that we ever wrote. And so I'm always just I think of records as a stamp in time. It's just a creative outlet of whatever you are feeling at that point in time. So I'm I don't necessarily feel like I owe things back to the roots, because those still exist. We made those records in those time periods for a reason. So I'm always just I think you should try and push it wherever you want and then put it out. And if people freak out, I mean, at least they're listening to
it. I think it's 20 years you mentioned that, and we'll talk about that milestone here a bit, because it's a big number. But, that amount of time, and I mean, you've played it all, you've recorded it all, you've erased and re-recorded it all, taking those chances, I'm sure also does it feel like a big step up each time.
Totally. It is thrilling. It's you sit with this stuff by yourself and in a small group for so long. And and it's kind of a rush to see like what people think about it. And if you have like your fans like sending you these crazy DMs of like, oh, this record like changed my life and stuff, it's like, okay, it was worth it. It was worth pushing these things because
Right.
Or peers. I mean, that's a big thing for me when I have people from bands hit me up and be like, yo, your new record's so awesome. It's like, they don't have to do that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, again, Flowers, it's out now, the 9th album in a just a long lineage of music that people have been able to take in from the Devil Wears Prada, almost generationally now at this point. And I wanted to talk about, because you mentioned 20 years, and you guys hit that big milestone this year, 20 years of the Devil Wears Prada, you know, with dropping the new record, celebrating 20 years. How's that feel?
It feels awesome. I think they were supposed to give me a pin or something. I'm still waiting on that.
That gold watch or whatever it is. Yeah.
But it feels awesome, man. This just started out like everybody does, just a little garage band with no real hopes or dreams. Like, we're from a small town in Ohio, and so, you know, we had never even been to the West Coast when we started this thing, and now we've been pretty much everywhere in the world, and I'm just grateful, and I hope the party never ends, honestly.
Well, you guys keep doing this. I think you're going to be just fine. So, and two, you know, you mentioned it starting there in Ohio, and I'll be honest, being a Wisconsin boy, Ohio is not a favorite state of mine. But for some reason, the music that comes out of there, is that because there's nothing to do in Ohio? Is that why the music is so good out of that state?
Well, I was just on tour with Beartooth all summer, and I was talking to Caleb. He's like a good friend of mine, and we're like, what was going on out there? I think it truly is just like my hometown, especially, is so small and so miserable. No offense to them, but like I couldn't wait to get out of there. So it's like we got to make an awesome band to get out, I guess.
Yeah, take sports off the table. I guess we're gonna do music. Let's make it work right there.
Yeah, so. I didn't get the muscles for that.
Oh my God. Well, again, 20 years. Congratulations. I know that's just such a huge thing, and very few bands get to enjoy 20 years, and let alone a successful 20, and seeing the fan base grow, and the sound grow, and the maturity of the band grow. So we're very excited to be a part of that journey with the Devil Wears Prada. And now with Flowers out, everyone is just living in it, man. I did want to touch on something real quick, because I know I wouldn't, it's not a concept album, but the very first, well, I should say it's kind of a two-parter, because you have That Same Place, which leads into Where the Flowers Never Grow, which kind of sets the tone for the record. Was that planned from the very beginning, or did you guys just go, oh, we have this really great starting place?
We had like a bunch of songs that we had kind of piled up that we'd just been doing in our free time, and when we sort of sketched them out on a board, we were like, oh, there kind of is like a story here. Like there's a beginning and there's an end. It's kind of like Dantes Inferno, if you will. It's just a descent into something and then trying to crawl out of it. And so once we had that, we knew Where the Flowers Never Grow was always going to be the first track. So putting an intro on there just kind of made sense. And then I think we just wanted like a turning point where things would just slowly get crazier and crazier and crazier. And that's where the other like interlude came in there.
Yeah. Well, I love it. It's always fun to kind of, some albums, there's no theme to them at all, but when you get to kind of go in a specific journey and work your way through the band and what you guys were creating, I think it's a really fun thing for the listeners out there. And I know that's what everyone's kind of enjoying now with the release of this album. Do you got a favorite track on the record, or maybe one that speaks to you more than the others?
I really like When You're Gone. That is like a really crazy sound that I don't think we've done before. I love the song Everybody Knows. That's just so out of our normal wheelhouse that I was just like, I feel like people are going to go crazy, maybe in a bad way if we do it, but people really like it. So that's awesome. Yeah, those two songs are special.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's so exciting to have brand new music from the Devil Wears Prada. Again, Flowers, it's out now. I'm going to ask you before we get to rapid fire. I think we've covered all the important stuff. This is and I usually do this with bands and artists in your spot that have been 20 years, 20 odd years, and really a long line, and they have stuff to really look back on. It's my James Lipton masterpiece theater-esque question, if you will. What would 2005 Jeremy, if you were able to play this for him, what would he think of this? Where the band's at, the music that you guys made 20 years later?
I don't think he would believe it. I think he'd be like, "You didn't write these songs. You don't know how to do this. Like, you definitely can't sing like that." It's like, I feel like we're just like a decent wine that just let brew long enough that it was like, well, if you keep doing it long enough, it has to get really good eventually, I guess.
Oh, I love it. Well, as long as he doesn't go, "You sold out, man. Your track, this is BS." I think you'd be in a good spot. You'd be in a good spot.
True that.
Well, again, so excited for you guys. Congrats on the 20 years and congrats on the new album. Again, Flowers, it's out now. Now that the important stuff is out of the way, let's do rapid fire. We're going to learn a little bit more about you, Jeremy. There's no wrong answers. You just tell us what you're feeling, okay?
Let's scared.
Start. Don't be. It'll be fine. I promise. First one, we'll start easy. Sneakers or sandals?
Sneakers.
No one says, yeah, I should change that. It's the rock world. No one's going to say, "Oh, nice pair of flip-flops," unless it's Sammy Hagar. I'll have to fix that one up. Okay, what about this one? This is a new one. Abacab or Abracadabra?
Abracadabra.
All right, very good. Both, in my mind, not great songs. Great artists, but not great songs. Vanilla Ice or Ice Cube?
Ice Cube all the way.
Choco Taco or Flintstone Push Pop?
Push Pop.
Would you rather see Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?
Bigfoot. I love the PNW. But I'm Scottish too. Ooh, no, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. I love it. Yeah, I don't offend Nessie, okay? We'll be all right. How about this? Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Oh, duck-sized horses. I feel like you could do more damage that way. They're lower to the ground.
Just start hucking them around. You just get your legs are gonna get tired though. I don't know. Last one. Would you rather get a Chuck Norris roundhouse at 100% power or a Mike Tyson punch at 50% power?
My God. Roundhouse. I've been punched in the face. It's not fun, man.
I've never had anyone respond with, "I've been punched in the face. It's not fun. Give me the kick." All right. Give me the kick.
You got a mouth like mine. It'll happen eventually.
And Tyson's going to bring it. Thank you for humoring me. More importantly, thank you for talking new music. The Devil Wears Prada, Flowers. Go get it, everybody. Jeremy, it's a pleasure, man. It really is.
Thank you, man.
Listen, rate, share, subscribe. Discover new music now at WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brock has a new interview every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. 94.1 JJO.